Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Farthest Frontier. Farthest Frontier. It's still pretty fur, but welcome back. Anyway, so we had a bit of a raid last time and I'm very unhappy that they got away with 800 gold ingots, probably from here. I don't even know. But anyway, we're not struggling. But one of the things that pointed out to us, we do need more soldiers to be able to defend that more convincingly, really. So what we need to do is expand our town a little bit even more. So we expanded in the last episode to this point where we're at now. And I'm pretty comfortable that we continue to expand. Will you please stop that? We don't need that one there. One thing that would be of interest is to actually try and... No. Started from this way. No, let's do a little bit there. Anyway, we'll leave it there for the time being and we'll see how it goes. A theater would be nice. We could certainly get a few more other buildings in place first though. And another one over there. Yeah, so there's a few more buildings, a few more houses, bring them in. Another rat catcher wouldn't be the end of the world either if we could do that. That would be pretty nice. This guy, let's move this guy out over here to start chopping down the trees there. Where is our little wagon? Bring our wagon through and let's. Oh, actually, there's still a fair bit of stuff that still needs to be unpacked there. We are producing glass, but we don't have a preservist yet, so the glass is not being used. We're a little low on laborers, so really we just need to expand our village population. So the additional houses should be a good thing for us. We can add another one here. Let's add one more in this location. That would be good. We're trying to pack it in pretty nicely. We have no one in the hospital. We've got at least one person that's pretty sickly though. But we do need to make sure that we can withstand any future attacks in a little bit more, with a little bit more gusto. So if we go to defenses, we can see here we can grab a barracks. Now the barracks will, I'm kind of tempted to place the barracks, no, so we can place the barracks like somewhere over here. So the barracks actually defends the center of town. But to be very honest, it's unlikely that we'll use the barracks to defend. We'll be sending out the troops in any given direction. So really the barracks in this area, it is a barracks, right? Yeah, it is a barracks. So really the barracks in like this location here is pretty good because that means that's actually not a bad idea. But one thing I wanted to do first is let's quickly get rid of this road. This road is bothering me a little bit, so let's get rid of it. And I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and expand that, and then what we'll do is we'll expand that also. So it's just going to be straightening things up just a tad. Because that looked a little funny. I don't mind the curved roads. Things like this make sense. It adds just a little bit of interest. Things like this make sense. But I just wanted to make sure we've got it running pretty well, pretty nicely. We are getting turnips coming in. Look at that. Predator, let's quickly have a look at where that is in fact happening. Oh, that's a boar? The boar should be sorted out fairly quickly now. There are lots of people. The boar carcass will be used straight into that. That's all in this area. So that should be all fine. Now, get the barracks up and running. Once we have enough people, though, we can't really afford to be moving people at this point in time. We do need way more stuff. So I'm thinking this is a temporary shelter. I'm thinking we need to assign more people to these mining stone. Don't be mining stone. I think another one maybe over here. One of these resource depots. What is it? Not that. A work camp. I'm thinking a work camp about here. Let's build another work camp there so that we can start harvesting some more wood and stone and things in this location. That's all good. Food is awesome, but yeah, our logs are really low at the moment. And I think that has to do with the fact that we're pretty low on labor. Where is our hunters that's struggling? Couple of hunters over here. We've got a hunter down there. We've got a hunter over here. We've got a hunter on this side, right? Hunters should be all good. Let's expand our pathways like so we can actually quickly and easily move to all of our various areas. Back into winter now. We've got plenty of food, but we do need to start sorting. Oh, we are out of... seem to be completely out of firewood, which is going to be really bad for us. Got a lot of stuff being allocated to do, so are we just asking too much of our people? We don't have that much going on. Yes, actually 1,000 meat from our barn, which is great. I'm still pretty surprised at the amount of food that's trying to go off now. Want to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, I definitely want to make sure that doesn't happen. We're hunting, we're chopping down logs. Yeah, we've got a few laborers working towards that. 16 at the moment. Yeah, we definitely just need to make sure that we're not overcommitting people. Let's have a quick look at what's happening with our resources. If there's too much of something, we may be able to drop down, specifically raw resources. So now we've got grains, we've got flour, everything's kind of working. Sand. Okay, so sand is turning into glass fairly quickly now. What I will do is I'll go back in here and we'll transfer the sand. Actually, we'll transfer the sand back to global storage so that we can use that to further things. Stockyards can be upgraded. Let's build a couple more houses. We made it through the winter. No, bring it a little closer. Bring it a little closer. Thank you. More livestock, more villages. Yeah, that's good. I don't want to place it there. There we go. So that's a number of additional houses there. We'll still move into this area also. Oh, there's a boar here. Okay, so that should be, yeah, slaughtering at least one. Food is looking good. Those are peas coming in, and that should be a pretty decent stock there. There's peas coming in on this side too. Another pretty decent number there. I still don't understand why this guy is really this big. I think we're using more workers than we should be using. And I'm kind of tempted to throw out one. How much flax do we have ready to go? I'm kind of thinking we rebuild this one. So this is going. So let me try and prove a point there. So if I take that one out and I rebuild it, because something isn't quite right there. It really shouldn't be that many people. See, it should be 4 workers. It's kind of making a mistake in that it's assigning a double load. So expanding the farms is not a great idea, especially because it costs about the same amount of labor to get it all sorted out. So I'm going to rebuild these farms one by one, even though, yeah, so it wasn't a good idea for us to expand them the way we did. Anyway, hopefully we'll get that sorted out. But it seems like we've got a fair bit of labor available, but we do want to make sure that it's also being used to chop down these trees. Okay, we've got a merchant available. We may have to buy some stuff. Okay, what do you want? Yeah, we can certainly transfer out a few baskets, maybe about 20 of them. Confirm, move a few baskets over there. No, none of that. Why are we struggling so much with the candles? That's all good. We're not going to buy any of the other stuff, really. So we'll leave it about there. What I'll do is I'll put about 25 clothing in there too. So we'll sell a few things and up our numbers. Should be another trader on its way in as well. Yeah, we'll get this sorted out pretty quickly. Now, what would be interesting is to see what's going to happen with the weeds / rockiness of this. But yeah, it's a mistake. So it should only maybe have gone up to 4, not gone up to 7. And that's obviously not a great way for us to be using our people. There's another trader, so let's pop in and see what this trader is offering us. Trader number 2, will pay even more. So let's make sure to sell it to those traders. Anything here that we want? Maybe the wood. Let's grab some wood from them. Buy and transfer some logs in. That's not going to be the end of the world. No problems. Anything else we want to buy from them? Tallow is good. Everything else is kind of holding. Yeah, everything else is kind of holding. So let's move on over here. And once those gets in, we'll sort that out. Sell that. Okay, merchants ready to go. We need these numbers to come in. I can't believe it's taking this many people. Actually, that's really unfortunate. That's obviously a bug. It certainly shouldn't be doing that. Are we picking up anything else? Yeah, we could do stone, but we've got sufficient stone. At some point we need to start upgrading our wall. But yeah, I think we've got sufficient gold supplies. We don't necessarily need to get too aggressive with our gold. Villager attacked by a predator. Oh, that's the boar, right? Boar is done. That's good. I don't mind that too much. Let's have a look at this guy. I would like to move it into this area. Not sure there's anything in terms of stone there. But that's all good. This is almost done. We may even be able to plant something if the weeds and stuff isn't too bad. We still have... No, that's all good. Milking and so on. Do we have cheese? Yeah, but the cheese is not a lot. I think they nerfed this a little bit. I think it was a little bit over the top in the last version. New villagers arrived. Some unhealthy livestock herd. Why is that? Ooh, why is that? The fodder quality is great. So they just didn't have enough food during the winter. I think it should sort itself out. We'll keep an eye on it. This should be done now. Come on, finish that thing off. Almost done. Come on, autosave. Crops ready for assignment. So let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, look at that weed level. That weed level is bad. So unfortunately, we are losing out. See, this is only 4 now. So definitely a bit of a thing there. So let's get that one going on. We'll get another one going on. Our fertility is great. So let's just do 2 of those. And then here, what are we going to do? Are we going to do the peas? Leeks, what do leeks do? Leeks go down in fertility pretty badly. Peas go up though. Just a little bit. Yeah. Go down, go down. You could do... Frost tolerance. -2. Do we have a +2? No, not really. Actually, let's get rid of that one. And what we'll do is we'll run a bit of a leak. But yeah, there's some other stuff we can run. So let's just do that as a starting point. That will be pretty good. Leaks will be tolerant to everything. And then what we'll do is we'll run some other stuff as well. Okay, so unfortunately, that means we lost out on a bit of productivity of this. That's very unfortunate, though. Very unfortunate. Are we still trying to sell some stuff here? No, we're not. Are we buying stuff? Food? No, we've got plenty of food. Yeah, so some of the things we need to do is get preservists up and running. Oh, beautiful. Our laborers are looking a lot better now. Our laborers are looking a lot better now, which means we are probably trimming these things out fairly quickly. Awesome. The populations are growing. Okay. So one of the things we'll need to do is at some point rebuild the next one also. And I'm kind of tempted to start work on another one out here. So let's do that. Let's start on... $11 by $11 like that will take how many workers? 6 workers, 5 workers. 10 by 10, still 5 workers. So let's do that one. So 10 by 11 takes 5 workers like so. Okay, hang on. Cancel that for me, please, because unfortunately out here we will need to put some other bits and pieces in place. So if we'll have to do it something like this and do a bit of a 10 by 10 and get 5 workers out there. Utility 61. Let's try that again. If we do it over here instead, yeah, we'll need to move it. That's unfortunate, isn't it? $10 by 10. Yeah, so let's get cracking on that. We'll get the guys to start working on that one, so that we can also move things through. What's going on with the Fletcher? The Fletcher is producing stuff, but pretty slowly actually. We are otherwise looking pretty good. Now, can we start upgrading stuff? So what does this do? This needs a fair bit of stuff, and we do need a theater to upgrade to tier 4. We've got a number of people living and working here. Theater would be a nice thing for us to do. The hospital is in play. We should be doing the Cooper. The Cooper should be doing its thing here. Yeah, Cooper is doing its thing. We have glass. Okay, so the preservist is one of those things that we need to start looking at. So that's the glass maker. From a food perspective, that's the preservist. Would be really nice if we can get a preservist going. Now the preservist isn't gonna take us any. Yeah, that's a good spot for it, to be honest. I'm gonna pop it in there. That's a good spot for the preservist. Let's get the preservist going, because that'll help us out with further food security. Especially as we keep working on some of these things here. Why is the herd struggling so much? I'm a little concerned. Should we disable milking for a while? Does that get the... Does that make the herd a little healthier? I've no idea. The fodder quality is great. It really isn't bad. We really need the herd to get a little bit more healthy. Villager has scurvy. Are we doing a decent job with our fruit? 100 over here, 100 over there. So fruit is doing its thing. Okay, we can add some more fertility somewhere. We will add it over here. Okay, working on stuff all over the show. Did we... Oh, we actually never built it. Okay, we do need to build it now. So let's get the defenses going. It is time for... it's time for our barracks. So let's start working on the barracks so we can get at least a few soldiers going. If we go to resources, do we have... Oh, yeah, there's some weapons there. What is interesting was we don't seem to be getting... appropriate amounts of come on, can I please just click on this? Yes, please, we'll accept them. We have enough room. So can I, if I stop this and we'll go in there again, can we do this instead? So let's do 10 of those into maybe 4 of those and even just like 0 of these. So see if that'll help things out a little bit. Just playing with those ratios so we can get less of our bows, because people shouldn't be using bows. They should be using the crossbows. Almost done. We may get it done before winter, which would be good. So we can start working it next season. And what we will need to do, well, next season we'll be doing other bits and pieces, to be honest. What we can do is, can we upgrade maybe one of these? What's it going to cost us? Yeah, certainly. Let's get an upgrade going so we make sure we keep on top of the firewood situation, because in the last winter that was pretty bad, and we are actually heading towards winter yet again. So let's get that sorted pretty quickly. Few turnips coming in, hoping that'll be enough. And this guy over here should be producing bread. Food isn't looking too bad, but it's also not necessarily great either. Okay, we've got the preservist up and running. So food is now being preserved as well. So berries and fruit and veggies are all, root vegetables are all being preserved at the moment. And that should be a good thing for us, meaning food will last even longer. So we've got a cooper going on over here. That's making sure that everything has barrels. Awesome. I like the fact that these things have barrels available. So that's preserving things a little bit. And we're also getting a preservist up and running, which should get some preserved food supplies in stock. So let's just put the raw food products out of here. We don't want them to be stored here. But I wouldn't mind the preserved food items. Oh, yeah, the preserved food items can come in here, including maybe even the cheeses. Oh, actually, medicine can come in. Let's have a look what's in the vault. Yeah, very, very little stuff actually in the vault. Crops ready for assignment. So we actually ended up finishing that off. So that's very good. So next year round, we will be sorting out our weed levels. And even the year after that, we'll be sorting out our weed levels. I think that should be good. We can do that and put that one in place there. And we can also start looking at... Ooh, that's not actually going to work there, is it? Unless we call this one for wood. I think that's what's going to be required here. So let's get walls and decorations. Oh, that's actually a... Hang on. We'll get that going. Will that work? Yeah, it'll work. There we go. And what we'll do is we will place a little gate over there, and that'll be good. So these guys will we'll kind of sort that out. And that means in the next, well, we'll have to see. Wheat level's not too bad here. So what I can do is I probably can trim this back and we can see about getting a round of something in place. Heat tolerance, frost tolerance. Do we have a dual tolerance here? Maybe, but that wouldn't fit. We can get that one in place, and that's heat/frost tolerance. So we'll move that towards the end there, and we'll get a few turnips out of that one. Excellent. Building a little fencing in there. Good stuff. Okay. Building attacked by what? A predator, I'm assuming. What? Who's attacking a building? That's pretty crazy, to say the least. Gold. How many people do we have? Yeah, that's pretty good now. Yeah, we do need to sort out our farmers even more. Okay, so now it's winter here. This guy's doing flax. Yeah, we do need to. Okay, let's get rid of this one, and we'll rebuild that one in the next season. So from a food perspective, because that's going to save us workers, so we'll rebuild that one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see how that works. I think that would be good if we do that one. So next season we'll start work on this one. This one should start producing some food in the next season. Those two should sort out that level for us, and we still have other sources of food going. So things are slowing down a little bit, but I do. Yes, this thing is done. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got slots disabled. So let's get at least 4 soldiers in play. They will now go out seek themselves some weapons. We've got 4 soldiers. We can at least dispatch them to a place. I think we probably need a little bit more than that, to be honest. So let's make it 6 instead. 6 soldiers. Yeah, let's just see what that costs us, and then we'll come back and see if we can do that, or we need to make further changes. I also wouldn't mind upgrading this guy, but we do need a few more bricks. I'm kind of wondering whether we add the extra bricks there. So preservers should be doing its job. Yeah, look at that. Lots of preserved foods. If we go back to resources. Hang on, this thing has been upgraded as well. So we should be producing a fair bit of firewood now. All good. I think another brick maker. I think one more brick maker would be a good idea. Yes, one more brick maker should help us a bit. Okay, here's 17. Food is dropping a little bit, but we're all good. Livestock is being born. Probably time for another barn. Maybe out over here somewhere. Oh, we actually lost a couple of trees to that fence. Building attacked. My goodness, the bear. Good stuff, though. I think that's a pretty decent spot, though, because we should be protecting our herd fairly nicely with these towers now. Oh, this is doing flax and no food. Yeah, we're going to struggle a little bit with food this time around. I'll tell you that much. Okay, what are we going to do here? Greens and greens. But yeah, this one's impact is pretty tough, though. But it's still a pretty decent one for us. So let's just make sure we run that one with Clover. We run that one with Clover. The leaks are not bad. It's rock resilient, but it's also frost and heat resilient, so that should be all good. Let's make sure that one is running that so that we get that going on. What are you bringing in for us? You would like to buy some of our pottery, so certainly we can do that. Let's get about 50 pottery out there for selling. You would like to buy some of our other stuff as well, but we don't really have a lot of stock of that. I'm definitely not buying that. We should have a fair bit in play. Yeah, that seems to be about it. We won't be doing much more than that. What's the situation with our weapons? We have a quick look at weapons. Yeah. Okay, so what I can certainly do is I can drop that one at just a tad, so we don't make as many tools. Our tool production is pretty high. Okay, and I think it's about time we build another wagon as well. Yeah, so if I go to storage, it's good to have sufficient wagons so they can actually move stuff around. I think that spot right there, probably about right. I do want the wagons to be pretty much spread out across the place. Okay, so we can get rid of these. Let's sell those items. Thank you. Now, I'm not sure if there's anything here else that we would like to grab. These are crude weapons, which I don't think is of any use to us because we've got better weapons than that. Villager attacked by a predator. Where is this? Another boar. Giving these boars a fair bit of grief, though. Okay, 28. So we could, yeah, 6 is about right. They are pretty well equipped, apart from the fact that they don't have the crossbows. Okay, this is almost done. It's pretty early in the season, actually. Getting this built is pretty good. This is our grain field, so we'll make sure to sort out some grain here. All good there. Now, what do we want to do here? Again with the weed level. So let's get some. Let's work this a little bit. We'll do that. Let's just do that. We'll miss that one. Then the next time around, it should be all good. What we could do is we could start with one of those, and then we'll run this. Could we squeeze something? Oh, look at that. And then what we'll do is we'll do one of those and one of those again. So we'll make sure we keep getting grains through there. But that's all good. So this is now, how many workers? 5 workers there. 4 workers on this one. And this one is still 7 workers. So at least it's not that bad. This one's got 5 workers. So at least we're sorting stuff out a little bit at a time. Okay. Any other traders hanging around? Not quite yet, though. This is starting to look a little bit better with regards to the candles. Fair bit of pottery out there. But our money is looking good. Food stock's low again. Not great. Okay, I think is that going to be it? I think we're all good here. Just need to rebuild that one more field there. This field should be pretty good next time around. Yeah, this is going to be all good. after this one, and then we'll get some root vegetables out of there. Just need to make sure that we keep things nice and active. We've got about 6 soldiers now. They still don't have crossbows. How many crossbows are we actually making? Very little. Okay, so stop with this stuff. Stop with this stuff. Let's just make half and half crossbows and arrows. How many arrows do we have in the mix? Enormous amounts of arrows. So stop with the arrows and just start making crossbows. Absolutely start making crossbows. Yeah, bricks are coming in nice and strong now. Clay is holding up nicely. Okay, one of the other things I wanted to do is go to resources and start a bit of a gold mine over here. Just before I build that, a gold mine will have a negative effect on desirability. So I'll place it right up against the fence here so that we try and limit our impact. So if we do something like that for the gold mine. And we'll do a little something like that for our little pathway in here. That's good. The gold mine would be good because once we've got the gold ore, we can then use one of these foundries to also start making ingots, which would be great for us to fund our military, because our military will start costing us a lot of money. 2 villages attacked by a predator. Where is that? Still over here. We really need to get these boars out of the way, especially inside. Don't mind the deer walking around because we hunt them quite nicely here. Still have food stocks issues. Doing its thing. Shall we get a few people out here to I'm going to walk out and see what's going on, and then let's have a look. Do we still have anything that we're... Yeah, let's grab that. Chop down a few more trees there. And how many people do we have? About 38 laborers. So we can also start getting additional people to work our towers. And what I also want to do is start upgrading a few more of these internal roads. Yeah, let's get a few more upgraded. Lots of stone available at the moment. Another villager born. How's the herd doing? The herd is nice and healthy. So let's start milking again. It's probably time for us to start looking at building yet another barn as well. So let's go back into food resources and grab ourselves an extra barn. Yeah, probably right over there, and we'll get them to kind of hang out in this area. Having them graze under the fruit trees seems to work really well. Villagers succumb to illness. No, we still have that one person with a chronic illness. Once we've harvested our stuff here, I'll get rid of that one and we'll start rebuilding it also. So in the next season, I'm not sure that's really necessary. What I'll do is I'm getting rid of one of them. Hang on. Go back in, and what we'll do is we'll grab at least a bit of turnips in there. That one should be okay. Turnips coming in nicely, and this one should be done now. And what we'll do is we will end up getting rid of it. So let's do that. That's the end of that one season. So let's get rid of it over there. And we'll quickly set up a new one just to make sure that we're effectively using our people. So that's a 9 by 10. Yeah, 9 by 10 right over there. So let's do that. Get a 9 by 10 going. 4 or 5 workers, and that should be good. We'll get another herd. We'll split this herd and start doing 2 herds. That should be good. Ooh, we're out of food. Okay, well, I'll leave you on that cliffhanger where we'll get, in the next episode, we'll have to see if we survive, but I'm pretty sure we will. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Okay, now we're starting to get some gold ore coming in. And yes, we've got about 38 laborers still. And we're heading into winter one last time. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button and leave some comments down below. If you have any questions, I would love to hear them. Are you also playing Farthest Frontier? I'm really enjoying this game. It's really cool. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.